Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. Before we start, I want to introduce myself and my team. My name is Stefania Rosalia and my friends are Nuria Punyastala Dewi, Monica Gita Konipa, and Fatin Uswatun Hasanah. For this presentation, we will start with first presenter is Sister Monica. Time and place are yours.
Tanner's theory. The decision of the curriculum leader to relate to the knowledge base of the past, to the social concerns of the present, or to future needs of society is critical. Among other things, this decision will determine whether the role of the curriculum specialist is to restructure the programs or only to refine the existing system of education. Most often, next background. Curriculum is concerned not with what students will do in the learning situation, but with what they will learn as a consequence of what they do. Curriculum is concerned with result. Curriculum is the plan and guide learning experience and intent outcomes, formulated through systematic reconstruction of knowledge and experience under the auspice of the school for the learner's continuous and willful growth in personal social competence. Although definition of curriculum and vision for the purpose of education were expansive during the entire 20th century, the structure of curriculum development remained primarily a feeling-in activity. Major principles in the field of curriculum involve more from practice than from any logic or enlightenment. As a result, the theory of curriculum has remained narrow and has full practice found in all school environments. There are few global principles to guide leaders, as Daniel Tanner and Laurel Tanner 1995 note. In the absence of holistic conceptions of curriculum, the focus is on piecemeal and mechanical functions. The main thrust in curriculum development and reform over the years has been directed at micro-curricular problems to the neglect of macro-curriculum problems.
The next one is process. There are a lot of process that you have to do when you want to use this theory. The first one is identification of object. Well, identification of object is really important for you to understand and to decide what kind of content that you want to learn. The second one is you have to select the content. Like just what I said before, the identification of object is really important to actually choose what content that you want to learn. And after you select the content, you have to organize it so that it will be structural and it will be easier for you to learn it step by step. And after that, you can select learning experience that you have that is have a relation with the content itself, which will be really helpful for you to learn by a learning experience using that content. And then just like what we did before, we have to organize the learning experience as well, and then we have to determine what to evaluate. I mean, when you use this kind of theory, what is not good for you, you have to evaluate that. Well, the last thing that you have to do is evaluation of learning. You have to make it better. You have to improve it after you use it. What kind of things that you think is not fit well with your own learning style, and then you have to evaluate it and you have to make it better. The next one is advantages. Well, since this theory is actually a structural theory, the advantage is not far away from that. By adopting this approach in educational context, we can make everything structural, and it means that it will be easier for us to learn or teach based on what we need, based on what students need. This method also help us to focus in learning on topic to another and makes them related one to another. Well, basically, the structural way of this theory helps us a lot in make everything easier for us to learn from one to another, from top to the bottom. And the next one is the limitation of this theory. I will tell you about 5 of limitations that this theory has. Well, the first one is it's not very flexible for us to use this theory. It's not easy to change or adjust the model to fit different situations or needs. The second one is it's very step by step. This means it might not keep up well with changes or new ideas because it's too fixed in its way to planning. And then the third one is can be complicated because with so many part of consideration like goals, content, and then how to teach, it might be too much for some teachers to handle it. And then the next one is it needs a lot of research. It can take a lot of time, money, and people to make it work, which might not be possible for every school to use this kind of theory. And then the last one, it could focus too much on putting the plan into the action. Sometimes it might forget to touch if the plan is actually working well for the students and if it needs to be improved. Well, basically, we will focus on how the structural it is, the plan, without thinking about is it working well to the students or not, because we are to focus on the first place of it.
And next, alignment with goals. The tenor and tenor curriculum, with its student-centered approach, active learning, and development of critical thinking skills, has been shown to deliver results that match the desired learning outcomes in many cases. However, this fidelity may vary depending on proper implementation, the support provided, and the specific context in which the curriculum is applied. Several studies and research have shown that the tenor and tenor curriculum can produce positive outcomes, including improvement in first, concept understanding, second, critical thinking skills, third, student engagement, and last, for collaboration and communication. Okay, next, comparison with other theory. Here it is divided into 2. First, tenor and tennis model. Second, Hilda-Taba model. Tenor and tennis model is comprehensive approach. Tenor and tennis model emphasize the integration of various components such as goals, content, learning experience, and evaluation into a cohesive curriculum design. Second, systematic planning. This model advocates for a systematic planning process where each curriculum component is carefully considered and linked to ensure coherence and effectiveness. Third, focus on implementation. Tenor and tennis model place significant emphasis on the practical implementation of the curriculum, ensuring that it translates effectively into meaningful learning experience for students. Next, Hilda-Taba model. Hilda-Taba model is first conceptual framework. Taba model is based on a conceptual framework that revolves around the idea of organizing curriculum content according to learners' development level and cognitive structure. Second, iterative process. Unlike tenor and tennis more linear approach, Taba model involves an iterative process of curriculum development, where educators continually refine and adjust the curriculum based on ongoing assessment and feedback. Last, third, student-centered. TABA model is highly student-centered, focusing on the individual needs, interests, and abilities of learners. It emphasizes the importance of actively engaging students in the learning process and adapting instruction to suit their unique characteristics.
Okay, the next is research and scholarship. Some common criticisms of tenor theory include: first, generalization; the second is environmental factors; and next, physiological aspects; and data limitations; and the last, lack of gender inclusions. So the next, tenor theory, also known as growth and development theory, refers to a conceptual framework used to understand physical change and sexual development in adolescence. It is named after the American pediatrician James Maurilian Tanner, who developed this theory in the 1960s. Much of the research and scholarly discussion tenor theory can be found in scientific journals related to fields such as pediatric medicine, developmental physiology, anthropology, and adolescent health. In addition, textbooks and scholarly articles often discuss this theory and related research results. Although tenor theory has been an influential framework in understanding adolescents' physical and sexual development. As with many other theories, it has also been criticized and debated. And the conclusion is, Tanner and Tanner's model in curriculum development emphasizes the importance of considering multiple dimensions in design and implementation of educational programs by integrating elements such as goals, content, learning experience, and evaluation. This model offers a comprehensive framework for curriculum planning. The conclusion drawn from Tanner and Tanner's approach underscores the necessity of aligning curriculum components with the needs and characteristics of learners, as well as with broader educational objectives. So, thoughtful consideration of these factors, educators can create more effective and meaningful learning experiences that promote student success and engagement. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.